All right, and with that, I will call the meeting to order. First item on the agenda is minutes from last time. I noticed that it says September, not October, but other than that, anyone see anything that needs to be adjusted?
No.
All right, then a motion to approve with that one change.
Motion.
And a second.
Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
And then that is the minutes. Which brings us to the application. I will open the public hearing. I will waive the formal reading of the notice as it published in the Sentinel. Is everyone familiar with the property?
Yes.
All right. Then if you would come up and give us a summary of what you're planning, and then I'm sure we'll have questions.
Sure. Hello, Katrina.
Hi.
I've been a resident of Niagara Falls and Mendon for about 18 years now. Recently moved over to Smith Road from Stony Ridge Drive. We're the only house on the north side of Smith between Bloomfield and 64th. Had an unfortunate event where we had a break-in attempt earlier this year, and it kind of frustrated the wife, or flustered the wife, and bothered us a little bit. So our intent is to put up a fence, a gate, and get a couple of large dogs. So ultimately, I'm asking this group to approve a variance for a 6-foot fence in the front yard as opposed to a 4-foot fence. That's the short answer for the short.
So the plan is to have a fence all the way around the property.
There currently is a fence in the backyard that's basically parallel to the house and then goes north and helps in the backyard. This would be to close it. I'm also applying for a permit and the area next week for a barn. So we'd be closing the barn. The barn would actually be border of the house, just given the position of the property.
It's the same architectural plans.
Yes, we would basically match the black fences and do something as similar to that as possible.
And will you have pillars that are of a higher height?
No, we would basically be doing just the metal posts that are right there. So the posts would be the same height. And the only thing we would have pillars for would be at the gate. So we would have 2 stone pillars, approximately the same height, about 6 feet, holding the support of the gate.
So there's some farm fields nearby.
Adjacent, I'm surrounded by them. Yeah, I'm surrounded by essentially the Wilmot property, which is actively farmed.
So it is somebody else. Looking at the map here and looking at the property, it wasn't clear where the line was between farm and.
Yeah,
farm.
it's basically it's all there's farmland all around us.
All right.
It's going to remain that way. I really only have visibility to one neighbor across the street. It wouldn't have an issue there. I did bring a little bit of supporting evidence regarding height of fences and dogs, and essentially, the bigger the dog, the bigger the fence should be. Everything's supported minimum 6 feet for a shepherd, Doberman or shepherd and such.
Any other questions?
No.
All right. And then with that, anyone online, Katrina? Anyone else like to comment? All right. And if there are no other questions and no comment, I will waive the formal asking of the 5 questions. I think we've covered that. And a motion to close the public hearing. So
Second.
all those in favor?
All right.
All right, and then that is the public hearing. You're welcome to stay standing or sit, whatever you'd like. Anyone see any reason we shouldn't act on this? You want to discuss any first or go to the draft? See nodding heads there. So I put together a draft for the area variance requested by James Slavisky for 6-foot fence on the yard, where code requires no fence in the front yard in a residential district shall exceed 4 feet in height. I would suggest we approve this, but we'll get to that. James appeared before us at tonight's date, November 9th. Requesting to build a fence, section 260-74A of the Mendon zoning code states no fence in the front yard should be higher than 4 feet. The applicant stated the plan to install fence around the perimeter of the property, and section 260-74B allows the planned 6-foot high fence along the rear side. The applicant believes this height will discourage future nighttime entry of unfamiliar people. And the applicant states there are multiple properties in the area with fences taller than 4 feet. Does anyone see anything else we should add to this? Any of that should be changed? All right, everyone looks to be okay with that. Then I would say we had no members of the public comment during the public hearing. Due to the agreement with County Planning Board, this is exempt from the review. Which brings us to the 5 questions we have to answer. I would say cannot be achieved by other feasible means, as shorter fences will be easier to overcome. Not seeing anyone disagree with that. I would say it is substantial as it exceeds the allowed height 50%. I'm seeing nods on that one. Not have any adverse physical or environmental effect, as exceeding the code in this way has no greater environmental impact than applying. 4 feet or 6 feet doesn't make a difference to the environment. I'm not seeing anyone disagreeing with that. I would say not have an undesirable change in the neighborhood as other properties in the area have similar fences. Seeing some nods on that. And not self-created as the applicant seeks to discourage future unfamiliar trespassers.
I would say it's still self-created.
So self-created as its desire for defense causes difficulty. All right, that's fine. Type 2 under seeker. I see no reason for conditions, so scratch that part. And if all that sounds good to everyone, we would grant that.
I move to approve the draft.
Second.
So. Just a second.
Second?
No, I thought it was you, I heard you.
Oh,
I
So Steve.
Steve's.
Either way. So we got a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, then you have your approval.
Appreciate it, Mr. Chairman.
So what I'm gonna do is I'll send you an approval letter along with the determination when I get that. Really, the code, I'll send it electronically and I'll send it in the mail.
Great.
And then we'll take all that and I'll see you on Wednesday. at planning board.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
Glad you're on. Oh, no,
Well, 4 more weeks. 4 more weeks.
sorry, I am the best.
Guys, with the mic.
You were good?
Appreciate it.
Um,
Bye, bye.
do we have anything for our
Yes,
potential next time?
3:30 today, so I don't have, it's a carport variance. He's 8 feet from the property line, he needs to be 20, so I'll get that, literally, it was handed to
But
me.
yes,
and
we have
I-
that meeting in 2 weeks. Okay, good to know.
So yes, and your final meeting.
So we're meeting on
It's gotta be, what's that? No,
No.
Bananas.
Thanksgiving, I will see you here, no,
7
December.
Thanksgiving.
6 weeks, right?
Veterinarian.
Bring us stuff.
It'd be
Alright.
6 weeks, right? Salvatore is, right?
I think it's, is it 6 weeks or?
That's-
It would be
It's 4 weeks, right?
the December date.
Never.
I'm confused. What are we doing?
So,
Meeting?
your next possible meeting, which will be a month, because
December.
in 2 weeks is Thanksgiving. So 2 weeks past that will be your last meeting of the year because I'm sorry, I don't have my calendar with me. So
December
that
14th.
28th is canceled because I have no place to put you. That came from the higher ups.
No, but there's nothing in the queue that would make us come to 14.
Yeah, she said there is.
Oh, there is.
There is.
Yes,
So
I'm saying,
definitely
I will,
happening to 14.
yes, sir,
Great, can't wait.
but not Thanksgiving.
I am
And
not
December
here.
28th.
And not, you have one more meeting with
Not-
Mr. Maxim. Bring desserts. I know.
She's got some spectators coming for her return engagement.
So is there anything else to discuss now?
Motion to close.
No,
I'll second.
Yes.
all those in
No, not-
favor?
oh,
Aye.